Hello.
Hi, everyone.
Hello and welcome.
Well, I didn't hear the count. I was shoving food in my head.
Oh my goodness.
Calvin decided to bless us with his presence and a mouthful of food,
I'm just not sick this week. Fuck off.
And we're so thankful for your good
What?
health.
Fuck you.
Well, welcome
That's
to the Sometimes Something podcast, episode number.
59.
I know it.
Whoa, nice.
59.
Colton only knows because he made our Milanote document for the week.
And I only know because Kolton said it out loud while he was making it.
There you go. There you go. Happy to.
I love how we're just showcasing how much we give a fuck about our fucking
I think they get it.
podcast.
I think they get it. All right.
Oh,
well,
God.
I don't think anyone was under any pretext of how much we give a shit. Let's get into it.
We all care deeply. Let's look at some shots.
Who made this nice and
shots.
symmetrical? Except it's kind of not symmetrical. Oh my god, it's almost symmetrical.
There you go. There you go.
Right. Colton, you brought us a collection of things.
Yeah, I brought a collection. I don't know. This is just a kind of a dump of pictures that I probably shouldn't say dump. A collection of photos that I appreciate from the amazing artist Simon Stallenhog. Hog, I don't know how to pronounce it, sorry. And yeah, he's just been an acclaimed artist that kind of blew up, I think, mid-2010s.
I feel like I've been looking at this guy's stuff since
he's just been incredibly consistent. I think this photo here is like 2014, 2015. It's pretty old.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, like, this artist has been just so profound that he got his own TV show, like Amazon TV show. I still have yet to watch it. Just based on all of his art, because you can
it's cool.
incredibly you can make stories from all of his key art shots like this, and they're so, I don't know, vivid and lush with the details.
I think they just ask a lot of questions, you know.
Yeah.
And
Are they all
cool,
2D painted too?
Yeah, it's all 2D painted, and it's just beautiful. There's this beautiful dichotomy of like the realism of everyday life and some ethereal, almost crazy.
Yeah, it's
well, I think
the
elements
to it are all very grounded, but like and then there's some element in it that's
yeah, he like, well, other than the lightning, it's all like it's like grounded is the good word, but it's all like very relatable stuff.
Yeah,
I mean, to a degree, if you look at all of them, they're all normal photos with one thing that's insane.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing that's kind of like, with the exception of kind of the one with all the wires going all to everyone's red lights. That one's a bit more crazy, but like everything else is just like what would be a pretty photo, you know, a pretty painting by itself, but then there's some big thing in it that establishes a lot of the differences right off the bat. But everything else, it's cool.
Yeah, very cool.
It is literally one thing in each image, kind of, where it's just like, this is weird.
This is the thing, except for the bus one. I guess there's some buildings.
I was thinking the buildings are a bit crazy, but it's really subtle.
Yeah. I feel like this guy's art always comes up if I'm looking, like, if I just like want to start a project or something. I'm looking up robot reference or like some cool concept art for something. Like, I feel like always one of his pops up.
Yeah,
it's all very,
I specifically cool. Like save a bunch of key art that I like from or key illustrations from him, just because it's good reference, or not even reference, but inspiration for personal projects or shorts. Because like looking at just this one over here, where my family lives, there's a bunch of there's fields of canola, and it's this beautiful contrast of like yellow against the blue sky. And just looking at this picture, I'm like, oh man, I could totally film something of similar to this. And
yeah, very cool.
Spread my
very pretty stuff.
Yeah.
All right, we'll move on down to Calvin. What do you got for us? You got some superhero stuff for us, Calvin?
As always, Calvin loves his superhero stuff.
You got some Batman.
This is the Batman.
Yeah.
This is the Batman. I thought this movie, I pretty much watched this movie just based on the trailer, how pretty the trailer was.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember anything that happens, but it's very, very, very pretty.
Very pretty.
I don't remember it being bad.
No, it was good. It was good.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean, Batman origin movies or Batman early on movies that don't get into Justice League stuff. And all that dumb fucking stuff. They're always, you know, they've always been kind of, I was going to say they've always been good, but that's not true. But, you know, recently they've been good. Since the 2000s, they've been good.
Yeah,
just like a condensed story.
Well, they don't have
takes place in one area and like not doesn't have to go.
I was specifically thinking about George Clooney, but
okay, sure.
Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, no, I think this movie's pretty just based on the cinematography. Seems to throw punches. I mean, it does
Fraser,
the good thing. It does the what an absolute go. It does the good thing of. I mean, I think here these images are kind of lifted because they're web, but it does the really good thing of just letting blacks go black. And letting stuff just kind of disappear and not getting the hey, can we gamma up by 20% and see all the detail. But then there's obviously like so much painting with light on top of that to give everything enough shape so you don't have the Game of Thrones issue that we talked about the other week. There's still like a ton of shape. Even in that first image, you get shapes. Again, I think this is lifted to fuck, but you get shapes, you get their body shapes. I mean, you can see his legs, you can see his belt, but like making out any details.
When you're referring to shaping,
difficult.
just so if some people don't understand, is that the adding lights or rims and like rim lighting to like accentuate a silhouette or just the shape of a person or object. So like these characters in the background, you can see all like their faces more and how they pop out against the background. And because if you didn't have that, then you just had like black throughout the entire shot, and it would just they would all muddle together.
I think this is a theme throughout the whole movie, is just like letting details go black. Not saying like I mean the car fire one, for example, you see everything. There's like tons of stuff you're seeing there, but that car in the back is just silhouetted, and there isn't like, hey, we can't see what type of make it is. We can't see.
Right.
And the rest of these sequences also kind of reflect. These are kind of bad shots to be talking about this because there's a lot more shots in the movie. These are just all pretty shots, but there's a lot more shots in the film that are like illegible. I mean, the red shot gets there, like in the crowd, all you're seeing is like the shaping on their faces, which is cool.
Yeah.
And then it is just, it's just moving dots, which is, it's just a lot of fun. This stuff is like, it always seems really easy to do. Like in your head, it's like, oh, this is so simple, but it's hard to do this without it feeling forced. Like it felt very natural for this film, and then also it's just hard to do.
Yeah.
It's hard to color Ben's properly.
Same with all like the lenses and stuff. Like it's all like very dirty. Like lens stuff is always like some lens dirt or smudge dirt. I think this is the movie too where they use the the Helios lens on some of it, which is like an old Russian lens, where you get like the really squirrely bokeh and stuff.
Old cool shit.
There was
and they weren't afraid to just shoot through lens dirt and shoot. There's a lot of water. I remember there were specifically some scenes where there's just, I don't know if it was on the lens. I was assuming it's plexiglass in front of the lens, where it's just water fucking pouring down in the foreground.
There's a few of those.
There's one thing I want to add.
I was looking for one. I couldn't find it.
Greg Fraser worked on this because I think this was in the midst of COVID. He said he worked on this like 2 to 3 years, and that's a long time for a project, or at least on a film. It's usually like
I would like to see what that breakdown, like pre-production and post-production for that is.
But
I mean, I could see this type of show being in color for fucking ever. You know what I mean? Like I could see just noodling every single shot back and forth in DI for 2 years if you wanted to, without getting bored.
Can you explain what DI is for people who don't know?
What the fuck does DI mean?
Or it doesn't like just
like what the job is.
Other people call it color timing. It's just colors in a room making stuff pretty. What the fuck does DI stand for? Is it digital intermediate? No,
we'll get back to you with that on episode 60. You guys tune in.
Yeah, Batman, very pretty. Very pretty movie.
It is digital intermediate.
Oh, never mind. Back on episode 59. Coming back to you with Calvin with the great answers.
How did I remember that? I called that, right? Yeah, it's just that. Yeah. Okay, so the definition is a motion picture finishing process, which classically involves digitizing a motion picture and manipulating a color and other characteristics. So it seems like, I guess I don't know about old film if they went through a color process, like film in like the 60s and 70s, or even earlier. Did they sit and do color timing? I don't know if they did.
Probably.
Did they? I can't think of a lot of really old famous films that have like really heavy. I thought that maybe that's like a digital.
But back on like when things were still in film, I'm sure they were doing it. Maybe like not like in the first film days.
I'm sure they were doing like rough stuff.
Tinting it, or even just picking different films you use that has a
contrast and yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, very cool, very cool.
Speaking of old films being
oh wait, did you pick this to pick me off? Did you pick this? You picked this just to pick me off. Piss me off.
Well, I don't know why it would piss you off. But...
Oh, we've had a conversation about The Room.
Yeah. This is from Ready Player One. The scene.
Wait, hold on.
It was The Room, right? That's the name of the film. Why am I blanking on
The Shining?
The Shining. What the fuck is The Room?
Well, they go into the Shining movie and recreate a bunch of.
We've literally had a conversation on this podcast about bringing shots that are just from The Shining.
Did we?
Yeah, Kolton brought some in that were just remakes of the shots from The Shining from that fucking video game that you
Control.
Oh, Control.
That was just like the carpet looked simple.
It was just funny. I thought you brought this because I yelled at him about it.
Oh, no.
Right, are you not a fan of The Shining, Calvin? Hold on.
No. I was just you brought in. I thought you were bringing in the elevator shot from something else that is just an homage to The Shining and not bringing in The Shining shots. And I was like, what are you doing? And I think this is literally The Shining.
Well, I don't think any of us actually brought. Wait, before we continue, any of us have actually brought shots from The Shining yet.
So I don't think so.
No, but like the shots you brought in, I think were homages. I mean, they were very Kubrick, right? So like,
this is as close as we've gotten to The Shining because it's
I think this is a shot from The Shining, by the way.
No, this is they've digitally recreated.
No.
Oh, it probably.
Yeah. But I mean, I think this is like the same
copied it 1-to-1.
Framing, copy one.
Yeah. I just like this whole sequence throughout. Like, I'm pretty sure it's all full CG, and it's like, you just forget it as soon as you're in it. Especially with whatever treatment they're kind of doing over top with like some like lensing, like you can see kind of like soft edges and stuff to like match the film look kind of.
They see it around like the windows.
There is like I mean, the windows and the lensing stuff is like really.
It's very pretty.
It's very heavy. Look at the grain. I bet you that's scanned film grain. That's like super heavy.
Yeah, probably.
It's rare that we ever get to have grain on here. Anyways, it's how fucking heavy it is. But I think you dropped your guard a little bit because this is what films did look like. This is just stealing from a film. Stealing, that's not fair, but this is taking from a film, so it's easy just to be like, oh, it's just the building from The Shining.
Right, you just
you're not like looking for it. Yeah, I mean, if you were to like that's played, I'd be like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I just had up the ILM's like breakdown of some other shots too, like even with like they have like the blood coming through, they just have that hallway and like they wipe to like their gray shade and stuff, and they have the final shot. Like, that's just crazy.
I would like to see like you can compare a 1-to-1 with.
It's right here if you want to take a look at the link. Sorry, I zoomed in. No, it's gorgeous.
That was so loud.
And this shot too is like has like this shaky cam feel that actually feels similar to what they did in The Shining. It was like.
What shot are you talking about?
This exact shot, like at the very beginning, it's like 20 or 30 seconds in.
Right.
I don't know what the proper term is, like when it's just booming down. Is that what
it is? Like it's like on like the arm, whatever. Like
it's on the arm. Yeah,
it's not a steady cam thing that they have today, where it's
on the rail.
It's on somewhere. It's it's.
I wish more movies when they were going full CG did this. You know what I mean? Like they tried to make the camera like put more work into making the camera feel that it is like purely physical. Because I feel like that adds a lot to it. Cough, anything flying. I that was a weird movie, wasn't it? Anyways,
it was fun.
What was that?
But wait, why do you think? Hold on, we had a little conversation a little bit earlier that I want to talk about. Why do you think it's a bad thing for these characters to be extremely overlit here, Calvin?
No, I just look at it and I immediately went, okay. One, it's small on my screen, and the first thing I just started feeling like something was nitpicky. I mean, this is one of those things too where it's a still.
Yeah, I see. Okay.
Like sometimes it's like for the one frame, it just feels weird, but then you see it in motion, and it's like
if you watch the sequence that Kolton sent, and you watch them go from outside the theater right to inside, it's kind of less.
Okay. Jarring. Number one, whoever fucking put this YouTube video together has done smoothing on it. The absolute fucking asshole. If you've ever posted a YouTube video with frame upscaling or smoothing, kill yourself. Okay, I don't like you. Like the grain's gone. Where the fuck's the grain? I can't. I can't.
Just be,
I think his pants are too dark.
Compression, yeah.
Anyway. I think the pants are too dark, and I think it's too shiny. That's also me, and I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think it's very much
They are also like very
style.
just shiny characters.
Yeah,
they are just fucking covered in metal and just shiny. Yeah, okay.
But they're also like supposed to be like, you know, video game characters.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't come in and transition.
But it's also like
style of
I feel like old films were all muted with this stuff. Like their highlights and everything would be more muted, just because that's just what the look
which
was
it is
then.
in the scene, right? But that's what I'm saying is I think it's a very
no, but I think it would have been more fun to have them be a bit more muted, make it more about the environment.
Yeah.
But what do I know? I'm just trash.
True.
I'm just trash.
That's our shots for this week. That's shot spot for the week. Now you're stuck with just the three of us. Kari is still missing. Dead, presumed missing.
On the run.
Do we think the Joker 2 will be good? I'm very curious.
I have no idea. I feel like that's one that they're gonna not show you what the actual movie is until you go see it, and it's gonna.
I hope not.
Not what you expect.
Wait, weren't you the one just saying, "Oh, I love superhero movies"? That's the
I was being sarcastic. I was being very sarcastic.
Came across pretty genuine also, there, dude.
No. Of course it's not. I hate superhero movies. But also Joker's not a superhero movie. You know, I wouldn't call it a superhero film. Okay, yeah, if there isn't magic, it's not a superhero film. Yeah. I mean, like, what's the closest you can get to a superhero? I think if there's somebody in a dumb fucking mask and it's about that like vigilante shit, or even the opposite, where it's about those feelings, like he's not the Joker. You know what I mean? Like he's not. I mean, maybe he eventually gets there, but he's not the mastermind Joker that fights Batman. You know what I mean? Like it's more.
Right. We're getting there.
That's not. We're getting there. If Batman shows up in the next film, I will be bad. But anyways,
yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it's one of those films. It has a bit of the Rick and Morty to it, right? The Rick and Morty problem, which is just like the fan base is garbage. Do you get what I mean? Like,
but what does that have to do with it being a good film, though?
That's what I'm saying. Is I hope it doesn't have anything to do with it. But I feel like the audience that's now attached to that is like this incel.
I feel like that went away when the movie came. I feel like that came and went.
Okay.
Like now it's more just art movie people that kind of like how it's shot and stuff. Yeah. And people who like the Joker. I feel like that. I don't think it stuck around.
I just hope it doesn't try and be the first film. Wait, isn't fucking what's her face in it? Ugh.
Lady Gaga.
I don't know.
Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
Do you like
her? I can't stand her.
Why not?
Yeah. I don't know. Every time I see her, all I think it's Lady Gaga. Like it pulls me out too much. I mean, I get that there's Joaquin Phoenix in the fucking film. Joaquin Phoenix, that he's like in the film, and that pulls you out in here. Like, but it's like, I'm like, oh, what's Lady Gaga doing? I don't
doesn't know what he's talking about.
No, but like all I see is, it's Lady Gaga. I'm just like, why is she here? I don't want to.
I mean, she did a really good job with
a musical-y thing in this. You know, you gotta get something like
that.
And that could be kind of like weird and creepy too, where her first phase of Lady Gaga was all that weird.
Yeah, she was in American Horror
Story.
Yeah, she did that, and then she did a really good job with Star Is Born. So it's like, you know. I don't
really have an argument. I just don't. Every time I see her, I'm like.
Well, your argument is that you don't like her. We're trying to tell you.
No, I don't know why. You know, it's like you're okay. If somebody was like, I don't like chocolate ice cream. If you do, if you're gonna argue at them, okay, this is very me, but you're not gonna spend 20 minutes arguing.
You don't like chocolate ice cream?
No, hold on. I was saying if somebody, not me, I like chocolate ice cream. But if I ran into somebody who said I didn't like chocolate ice cream, I can't sit there and argue that they do like it. They just don't know what they're talking.
Okay, fine.
I don't know why. It's just. Never mind. You know what? Never mind. Lady Gaga's great. Fuck you.
We did it. We made him cave.
I just feel like she plays Lady Gaga in the films. Does that make sense?
I would disagree, but okay. Sure. That's your take.
But I've also seen maybe 5 minutes of her acting. So I have no idea. I really just, it was very much one of those things where I just gut checked. I'm not into it. I don't know.
All right.
So, I don't know. I'm sorry.
We're asking the wrong person here.
Yeah, you're asking the guy that's never had chocolate. That's not real. But you get what I mean. It's like
Yeah.
So you're basically your take is like if we're putting the chocolate ice cream.
But here's the thing:
here,
I'm allowed to
like,
have that
it's
take.
Like you look. It's almost as if you're
It's
saying,
art.
"Oh, I looked at chocolate ice cream and it looks like shit. Therefore, it's
But that's
shit."
valid. That's valid. If somebody was like, I think every time I look at chocolate ice cream, I like pictured human feces. That's okay. And then they're like, I don't want to eat it. That's fine. I get it. I'm not going to try and like argue.
Tie you down and just stuff
whenever I look
chocolate
at
ice cream in your mouth and you're
Lady
like,
Gaga,
"Oh, this is actually pretty good."
Whenever I look at Lady Gaga, all I think is old meat. I think of that dress that was made out of meat
years ago. 20? No.
That's all I can think of.
But you know, all pop stars and like musicians and people in Hollywood, they gotta like do something shocking to gain any traction. That's literally it.
Motherfuckers, I can't believe I'm defending that I have said I gut check I'm not into Lady Gaga and I'm getting yelled at. I didn't think people would you two assholes would defend Lady Gaga so hard.
If you just told us like, you know, a big fan of Lady Gaga, that'd be fine. We asked, do you like Joker 2? He's like, no, I just see Lady Gaga.
That's not what I said. That's not the reason I don't.
What he said. Oh boy!
That's not how that conversation went. It's on the record anyway.
If you like Lady Gaga, you're gonna love Joker. If you don't,
yeah. If you like singing to bad pop from the mid 2000s, you're gonna love it.
Lady Gaga had some bops. You know it.
Okay, if you had to garner some traction and views, or just like to spike up your music career,
you knew how
weird, wacky.
What are we showing up to the Met Gala in?
Yeah. What wacky dress do you think you'd have to dress up as to
am I good looking or am I me? You know what?
You're you.
Okay. So okay. That's good. I like that more.
And you gotta try. Let's say Lady Gaga's there with her meat dress, but like first time ever being done, and you go on a.
You gotta outdo a meat dress.
Her. Yeah.
What are you wearing? People. I'd spend 4 years training to get strong, and then just people, just like 7 people.
You're Godric the Graphic.
On your
yes. Yeah. Clinging on.
Are they wearing anything?
We do paper mache. To like make it paper mache. To make it so they're like paper mache. So it looked like they're coming like out of me like Godric the Graphic, and it'd be all fucking crazy.
Are they wearing anything? Like
I think we'd all be wearing togas because otherwise it's a bit gratuitous.
Like
I think one big toga that somehow wraps around everybody. You know? Like it would take a day to get into this.
Yeah.
Also, it's like 10 people and me in the middle, and I'd have to be very strong. So this is okay. I've stretched I'd have to train for like a good 4 or 5 years to be strong enough to pick up this. Oh God! I mean, if it's like 5 people,
would these people
that means I have to like shrug. I could shrug 500 pounds after like 6 years of training.
I'm just curious. Would these be actors that are like going to limp and just portraying themselves as like?
Yeah. They'd be like just
cloth. Almost like a beautiful long dress and gown as it like goes.
No, they're all on me. They're definitely
on you. They're not like laying down and like being dragged.
No, it's Godric the Grafted in a toga. Okay. I feel like that would slap. I feel people might run. Yeah. Well, it would be awkward because I'm pretty sure I'd have to fit in a seat.
Yeah, I was thinking, yeah.
You bring a change of people, you know.
I'm sure we could build some sort of big weird chair.
Yeah,
we could all kind of like sit in that would like support everybody.
Contraption that they roll you around in where you don't have to like support all of it, but you don't see it.
I think you have to go upstairs.
Yeah, that's kind of the main idea is the stairs there, but
that's what
I feel like I could do that. Well, that would just be it. You'd be training squats and legs just to go up these stairs once, and then from then on out,
Or Calvin, that's your incentive.
Everybody trains, so you lay on your back to go up the stairs, but then like they use their arms and legs to like.
Oh, that's grosser and more fun.
You'd have to hire like just a bunch of contortionists from like all those major shows of like. I don't know,
Yeah, Cirque du Soleil, but Calvin.
Yeah, exactly.
Just me carrying them all. Partway through the show, they all stand on my hands. And I have to like brace.
I think it would be a major hit though, because people would be like, "Oh, what does this mean?
It'd be fucking insane if you could pull it off. It would be fucking crazy. Yeah, it'd be great. It would be so hard to do because I'm pretty sure I don't know how long the Met Gala is, but I don't think it's 5 minutes. I think it's like a multiple hour.
I'm just curious how you would step out of your limo or something, just like.
Oh, I think
it's like
I would
a clown
be lowered.
car, just people like 10 people coming out.
No, I'd be lowered. Somehow.
He's assembling nearby.
Yeah. A helicopter, I think. Just or a crane or something. Yeah, no, 100%. There's no way. Yeah.
Cade, what are you wearing? What are you wearing to outshine Lady Gaga?
I was trying to let it go.
And also now you gotta also outshine me and my pyramid of people.
Gosh. I don't know if I can.
If you showed up and just shit diarrhea everywhere and covered yourself in it, I feel like you would do great.
I don't know if they'd let me in, nor do I want that.
I mean, they're also letting someone with a meat dress on, and apparently she stank. Like it smelled terrible.
Of course, yeah. Even if it was like, no way, they're under hot lights. Even if it was like jerky, it's going to be awful.
Ugh. Yeah, I don't know.
I just feel like wearing like a full set of just armor, like a full.
That was the other one. Yeah, that was the other one I was thinking.
Oh, you know what? I used to like always wear Hawaiian shirts, and I have like a floral suit now. I'll wear a full floral suit, but made out of actual like florals, like
that's good.
Flowers and stuff.
Cool.
Yeah, Hawaiian like suit base and the jacket's all flowery and
dripping with my allergies.
They would specifically.
You'd have to get some sort of face mask.
Yeah. They could be out of florals too. But they would specifically sit you next to Lady Gaga so that your flowers would overpower her meat.
Did his mic just turn off? Your mic just turned off sometimes. Yeah, I don't know. Do you have a fan running?
No. Okay, wait. No, I was just saying that your floral suit would then overpower the meat stink.
I don't know. I think it would add together. And then Cade would just be drooling and
like if you're next to in your house and then you try and Febreze it and then you're stuck with shit smelling Febreze and it's like, this is worse.
You know what? I never ever do the Febreze thing. I always just open windows and figure out whatever the fuck smells weird. Because otherwise you're just Febrezing it and it's going to come back.
Yeah.
That being said, I have a cat and sometimes he has diarrhea. That's stinky. And then it's just actually even then I don't really do it. I spray like the like if he's made a bit of a mess, sometimes you gotta wipe something up. But actually a lot of the time I put like a fan, there's a window right there, and I just open the window and I put the fan there and I'm just like, that's gonna run for 2 days. You know? Yeah. I feel like for breezing it is always just asking for
I think Febreze is very much meant for or you're having company over, open the windows, do a quick little spray.
That's true.
You know,
cats not be stinky. Or just change their fucking
I'm like sick right now, and cleaning products hurt my face right now for some fucking reason.
Use them on your face.
But for the reason, like the Febreze smells and those smells that are like, usually is like, oh, this place is nice and it's obviously been cleaned. That smell is so toxic-y and nasty. And my whole place smells like that right now because we're putting it back together since it flooded. So it's been... I feel like I'm sniffing chemicals all day. I hate it. It's awful.
Yeah,
that's good.
It's just starting to go away, but it's awful. Anyways, how do we get to here? What are you wearing, Kolton? What are you going to the Met Gala in? Oh, you'd cosplay.
I was just gonna like some weird like armor set from a game.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I feel like people have done that. I think Zendaya.
Maybe it'd be like a Gunpla character, like a Gundam. I don't know.
I don't know if they would let you in.
I think
it's supposed to still be fashion. I don't think you can just show up as a Gundam.
Then you got to find a fashion designer that will design that for you. Where it is, what he wants.
I'm sure somebody would.
Designed by Juju Bob.
Juju Bob. Look at him, Juju Bob.
Juju Bob sounds like a great artist.
Like an Elden Ring armor set.
Yeah,
kind of cool. Just like a beautiful.
That would just showing up in like his like very like unfinished cosplay that he 3D printed the night before. It's just duct tape.
Oh god, I can totally see that.
Yeah,
I could see an Elden Ring character showing up, especially because Elden Ring has some crazy characters.
Yeah. All right, so next time y'all guys see us on this episode 60, Cade will be wearing a flower suit. Calvin will be covered with humans, and I will be in a duct-taped Elden Ring armor set.
There we go.
Yeah.
Look for that next week.
That's
Thanks for watching.
Bye.